Perfect. Okay, so joining me on the show today is Zion Bannister. First of all, Zion, thank you for coming on the show. How have you been doing?
It's been pretty good, man. I really appreciate you reaching out. Just been working hard. Just trying to stay healthy. Everything is pretty good. Gotta just give all the glory to God.
So you're a minor leaguer, outfielder in the Rangers organization. So give me a little bit of background about yourself. Give me a little bit of a story about how you got to where you are right now.
Uh, Born and raised, Nassau, Bahamas. Uh, Played baseball in the U.S. almost more than I played at home. Uh, also went to high school in the U.S. as well. Used to live in the D.R. for about a year before I had officially signed. Um, but yeah, that was pretty much it. To get where I'm at today, it took a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication. I think it took a lot of family support, a lot of background, a lot of family structure, a strong family structure, a lot of self motivation, determination, and strong mentality, and most importantly, keeping God first. I couldn't make it without Him. He blessed me with the ability, the opportunities, everything I have. So uh, I honestly can't like think where to start. It's been a rough process. You had your ups and downs, you had your blood, sweat, and tears moments. And at some point you had to understand when you gotta separate being a boy from a man. Everybody wants the same thing that you want, so it's either you're gonna get it or just get rolled over. So I chose to step away from the crowd, and to do what I know how to do best, and that's play baseball.
So if you could detail for me a little bit, what was some of the family structure that you were talking about? Because I know that's really important for a lot of people. I mean, that kind of sets the foundation for your work ethic and things like that. So how did your family help you at a younger age, like you said, before you kind of became your own man?
Um, Obviously always there, clothed me, fed me, protected me, always gave me good advice, helped me out when certain things wasn't going right, just to keep a positive mindset. uh Always there as a distraction, like to get my mind away from things every now and again. You still need that. You need to be able to get your mind away from certain things so you don't you don't be overwhelmed. And of course, my mom, she was there. She was my personal therapist, basically my whole life, still is. Um, Things like that. She used to get me right, make sure I ate the the right amount of meals a day, and my dad was there as a uh, to give me advice. Also, to just be a best friend in those tough times as well. Because it was stressful. You had your doubting moments, but honestly, you can't continuously be negative. You can't always have negative thoughts, and that was something that they preach all the time. I was always able to reach out to my little sister, my older brother, and just continue to keep in touch and be able to keep my mind away from the work all the time. From the hard labor. I felt like sometimes you just needed to clear your mind and to be able to relax and come back again tomorrow with a fresh mind and a fresh start and to be better.
So when was it that you realized, like, did you have a moment where you're sitting there thinking, I'm pretty good at this baseball thing. I could do this professionally. Was there like a aha moment or something like that? Or was it just kind of a gradual, you started realizing that you're just consistently kind of better than everybody else?
Um, Honestly, I think the moment I picked up a bat and ball was the moment I was like, I'm going pro. But realistically, at the age of say between 10 and 12, I was like, all right, yeah, I know it's gonna take me far, and I know I'm gonna be great. So I spoke to my parents, and I'm like, look, I want to do something that's gonna separate me from the pack, and that's gonna help me boost me to get to to a better position to be able to be where I am today. Um, and that was, like I said, having a strong family structure was very important because we were always able to be on the same terms. We were able to agree with a lot of things. And one of them was me leaving home and going to boarding school at an early age, like 12, 13. And I was not afraid at all because I was always traveling, always kind of on my own for travel ball and living abroad. So I was ready. I was mentally and physically ready, and I felt like that was the best step or the best move, one of the best moves we probably ever made in our lives.
So, what was the biggest learning curve that you had? I mean, kind of, because you said, like you said, you went off to border school. So, I'm assuming you were living fairly on your own at that point, right?
Yeah,
So, what
I
was
was.
the biggest learning curve in that?
Um, be to be you have to be your own self motivator. That was the biggest one. You gotta continue to stick with. I'm sorry, I'm gonna put my sunglasses on. It's a little
You're
bright.
good.
Okay, so I just feel like a little fresh. Um, it was for me. It was like you're young. A lot of people, not just guys or males, but or females, but it was everybody. I felt as if a lot of people at a younger age wasn't or is not as mature as others or as certain people. And at that time, back in my times growing up, at age 12, it wasn't a lot of people who were mature, who were thinking the way I was thinking. It was a very small selected crew, and I felt as if being able to be on my own, it kind of turned me into my own little man, literally. So I was still obviously still receiving uh, advice and love and everything from my family, even from a distance. Um, but I feel like self motivation probably was my biggest lesson while being on my own, especially at a young age. You need that because you're so young. It's easy for you to say, okay, you know what, mom and dad is not here, nobody's watching, quote unquote. So I'm gonna go just chill out. I'm not gonna work out. I'm not gonna do what I need, not what I came here to do. I'm just gonna go chill and party and be with girls or be with my boys and just do things that I'm not supposed to do as an athlete or just as a person or as a young kid. At that, especially at that time. So I felt like that was really big for me.
So, now that you're in the Rangers organization, where do you live right now?
I'm in Arizona right
Okay.
now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what have you been doing during quarantine? Because I know some people have been pretty restricted in the amount of training they can do, and it really depends between organizations how much involvement they have in your training. So for you, Zion, so far, since the pandemic hit, what have you been kind of doing in terms of baseball activity?
I've been putting in that quarantine work, baby. I ain't gonna lie. I've been working. I've been even though the season wasn't isn't on at the moment, um I still had goals to accomplish as an athlete and as a person, on and off the field. I wanted to accomplish hitting the 200-pound mark. I broke that a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago. Now I just want to stay between that and 205, 210, and I'm sitting like 203 right now. Um, Also, I wanted to be mentally stronger each and every day, and that's coming well. It's coming together pretty good. I wanted to transform my body a little bit, just a little bit better, and I feel like I can always be better. I'm never good enough. I feel like I can always do something better, even if it's perfect. So I wanted to make my body a lot stronger, look better, a lot more toned, healthier, and I wanted to practice, better eating habits. And, I mean, every now and again, you still eat bad or whatever. You gotta have
Yeah.
chicken wings, burgers, and I just had some Popeyes. Hey, yeah, gotta live. But
Yes, sir.
being on my own or being, abroad and learning how to live, especially as a pro athlete, it shows the real you because you're not the average kid no more. You're not the average teenager, and I'm still 18, so you're not just the average 18-year-old no more. So you can't just pick up and leave every 2 seconds when you want. You can't just always run into the mall, always run this place, that place. And I'm out of career now. Like, okay, I get a lot of, hey, that's so and so, or hey, you look familiar. So like certain places now, I try to be aware, alert. I'm always on alert. because I don't know who is who, and I don't know who know me. And at the same time, it's also a pandemic. I want to practice social distancing. So, things like that is tough, but you live and you learn. And so far, things has been good. And like I said, I keep God first all the time. I got a Bible sitting right next to my bed, and every single day I try to continuously be better, allow God to continue to work His miracles, and I just live the life that He has scripted for me.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, I mean, with that, I mean, you are an 18-year-old and you are a professional now. I mean, most 18-year-olds are just about to go off to college. So, do you ever kind of question the path that you've been on? Like, hey, I could have had a lot more fun, or I mean, is your love for the game just better and bigger than everything else?
Bigger and better than everything else. My passion, my love, everything for the game is bigger. It's bigger than baseball. Um, Fun, thinking about fun, party, and all that. I think that'll be 10 times better when you got 100 million in your account and you got a World Series ring and you got a wife and family and all that. So I think partying and all this extra stuff right now, that could be on hold. I personally feel like in order to get where you need to be, you got to sacrifice. And I learned how to sacrifice. I knew how it felt, how it is to sacrifice, not going out to parties, not being able to be home, not being able to see family, clothes getting small, you got to donate. So it's all about me. And like I said, it's bigger than baseball. I don't just want the money, the fame, the success. Yeah, I do want all of that as well as a reward. Like it's going to come as you get better. We all understand that. But what drives me every day is to be the best me. I want to be able to go out and say, bro, I did that. I would set this goal and I did that. Or to be a role model, an inspiration for others, not even just for kids, but for adults, for friends, for anybody that sees me. I want to be able to be a trendsetter, and I want to be able to give back. That's my biggest thing. I want to be able to help others. I don't like to see people fail. I don't like to see people in hunger. Like even here, when I'm here in Arizona, I don't think a lot of people know this. But if you know me, you know me. But a lot of people don't know what I do. I never carry cash. But now I keep like maybe a couple of dollars, like 20 something dollars. And every time I see somebody, I try to help. I try to donate. I just gave a kid a fresh pair. I gave him some off-white sneakers, man, like off my feet. I didn't like them. I just gave it to him because he was like, he told me all about the sneakers and the situation they were in, and then I gave him a couple dollars, like $50. I said, hey, look, you and your mom go get something to eat, and I did it just yesterday for another homeless guy. So things like that is what pushes me to be better. Like every single day, I work harder and harder and harder so I can be better, so I can make it to the big leagues and hopefully be able to sign, if not one of the biggest contract in baseball history. And I want to be able to do that and be able to take a certain percentage out of that and give back, donate home, donate here, donate wherever I can, and also, of course, be able to treat myself and treat, my family that was in it with me, you know.
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, the I would just say, Zion, the servant's heart you have, and you see the big picture as an 18-year-old, and I'm sure part of that comes from the fact that you've been on your own for a while. But it's still very impressive that you're able to not only have your dedication to baseball, which I mean, some people have just because, like you said, some people are in it for the fame and success, and they're doing it for that, or they're doing it just because they love the game, but you have so many other reasons for your family, for everybody you care about. So I'd just like to say that's very impressive, man.
I mean, it's actually tough too though, because sometimes I'm like, dang, I'm still just 18, but like I got a
I know.
lot of time. I got a lot of time, but I don't have a lot of time. I don't
Yeah.
believe in time thing. I feel as if when you put in the works, you should be rewarded for the works that you put in. I don't care how old you are, how young you are. If you put in that work, somebody needs to look. You've been putting in that work. Here you go. So, but hey, I'm going to allow God to do what He has to do. His time is perfect, and I'm going to continuously work harder and harder each and every day so I can be better as a person on and off the field. be better as a player and as a role model as well.
So Zion, give me a comparison for people who've never seen you play baseball. Give me a comparison, major league player, past, present, somebody that is kind of comparable to your game, maybe that was a role model for you, something like that.
Um, Before I had officially signed with the Rangers, I was being compared with Bernie Williams.
Okay.
Uh, my game was compared with his, with Ronald Acuna. But I look up to guys like Juan Soto, Ronald Acuna. I look up to Javier Baez, Francisco Lindor, Machado, and all those other guys because it's the Tim Anderson. That's probably my biggest dude right now, Tim Anderson. Hopefully, I get to meet him soon. But it's more because of what these guys stand for off the field, especially Tim Anderson. I feel like we can relate a lot more, especially what's going on in the world right now. It's nothing to be biased, to be racist on anything like that. It's reality, and it's sad what's going on. But I feel as if me and him kind of have a lot in common: swag, passion, love, and like everything. He wears it, and he wears that on his chest, and he puts that out there. Like he do that for him. He do it for the team as well. But sometimes bigger than you, sometimes bigger than the team, is about proving a point. And I just feel like that I can relate to that. So I honestly I can't really compare myself to any big leaguer right now. I What I have in mind right now is to just be better than them all, better than Mike Trout, better than anyone else.
So give me a little bit of a description. If I go and see Zion play in a game, what am I going to be able to see? Defense, offense, base run, and all of that. Give me a little description of what I'd be seeing of you on the field.
I'm bringing excitement straight off the bat. I'm coming with energy. Um, I'm transforming every inch of how I feel, every passion and anger and love and blood, sweat, tear, everything that I have inside. I'm letting it out. I'm not saying I got to swing 1,000,000% to hit a home run, but I'm putting my best foot forward every single time. And just know that. Just know every single time that I step on the field, everything that I have in the tank, I'm giving. If I have 50%, I'm giving 100% of that 50%. Just because I want to be better, and I also want to be a leader. I want to lead the pack, and I will lead the pack, and I want others to say like, okay, this dude, he got unbelievable energy right now. We got to match that. If we don't, then we're gonna fall short. That's how I want. I want to be the highest bar. I want people to be able to catch up to me and not me catching up to people. So I feel like if you come to see me play, just expect a lot of excitement, a lot of stolen bases, base hits, home runs, diving plays, throwing guys out. It's just gonna be a lot of fun. Me interacting with fans, interacting with my teammates, um, me just being me. I feel like you can't get no better than that. Just being you.
Definitely. So, Zion, last question I've got for you is looking back a little bit. If you could give me a favorite memory of your time playing baseball, so that could be home, that could be in the United States, in your short time with the Rangers. I know you're only 18, but I feel like you've got some good memories, a couple good stories. So, give me a little story here.
Uh, I got I can think about a couple right now. When I played in Maryland in high school, um, with those guys for school for travel ball, I miss that a lot. I miss that feeling. I miss that energy and that group of guys. Not necessarily energy, but that crop of guys. And I just personally feel as if great times do come to an end, but in a way, I don't miss it, because looking at it, I'm like, okay, I'm so much better than that now, and the group that I'm with is so much better, this and that. But back then, I just missed that kid feeling, that atmosphere, uh, being able to travel from team to team and playing like 2-3 times a day, being tired and all that stuff. Um, I just miss that. I really do. But honestly, now that I feel like I'm in pro ball, it's so much better. Like it really is. Is kind of like the same group of guys, but just older. a lot more energy, a lot more smack talking, a lot more competition. So, because when you're in pro ball, it's like everybody's the same. Everyone's the same. So that's just how it is. Hold on one second. I'm sorry, that was DoorDash. That was my brother.
You're good. Don't worry about it. Well, the one thing I would say, Zion, is first of all, I think you're going to be very successful. And second of all, I don't think that you're ever going to lose that kid feeling. I mean, you have a great personality. You've clearly, you know what you're doing. So I have no doubt that you will be successful. And I have no doubt that you're going to enjoy playing this game as long as God lets you.
Trust me. My thing is every day is to be a kid. Like, you can't lose that. You can't. It's not even just about playing a sport. It's it's more about. I'm sorry, I had a call. It's more about I feel like it's more about just living life. When you take the kid feeling out of life, things start to dwindle down. I feel like if you just keep a positive mindset, a positive energy, and you're having fun and doing everything that you're supposed to, especially as a big kid, like I feel like a big kid every time I wake up, because this is the dream, this is the life that I want to live. So I have to make the best out of it. And I just feel like I'm always gonna be goofy. I'm always gonna be a trendsetter, big in fashion and a young superstar. Like I see myself as a superstar. And I feel like if you don't see yourself as a superstar, then you're not going to see have a bigger picture in the future. You have to shoot high in order to score high. You feel me? So if you don't do that, then you're gonna have a tough time. It's gonna be very tough. But for me, I have a tight circle, and the circle that I have, they match my energy. So I feel like there's no reason for me not to have fun. My boys I hang with, my brother, my best friends, it's the same thing. My teammates, we all connect. But you have your little one or two friends that you might, and one or two teammates that you might connect to a little more. That's how we are, and we always talking about when we make it to the big leagues, not if. It's when we make it to the big leagues, what we gonna do, how we gonna do it, and stuff like that. And trust me, it's gonna be a scary sight. And I know I'm gonna be up there real soon. And I just want you and everybody else to know when I do get to the big leagues, it's gonna be a scary sight. And I'm coming for everything that everyone said that I couldn't have.
Well, it's that quote from Moneyball. I don't know if you've seen the movie, but I think Billy Bean says it's a kid's game, and some people get told at 18, some people get told at 40 that they can no longer play the kids game, but everybody gets told. So until you get told you can no longer play like you're a kid, because that's what the game is. And I can definitely see that in you, Zion. So I mean, the one thing I could say to you, even though I'm not much older than you, I would just say always remember that. I know you're going to, but I better see you in the big league soon, and I better see you having fun like a kid.
Oh, for sure. I'm definitely gonna have fun. I feel like once I feel good, I look good, I'm gonna play good. And one thing about me, I'm big in fashion, so I always got the swaggiest, cleats, gear, whatever. So
Yep.
once I know I look good, I'm gonna feel good. So when I feel good, then I'm gonna play just how I feel and how I look, and that's gonna be damn good.
Fantastic. Well, Zion, thank you for taking a little bit of time out of your busy day to come talk to us on the show. This has been a lot of fun. Like I said, I am very confident you're going to be successful. So best of luck to you, and you've always got a fan here.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Thank you for having me.